How you guys doing? Y'all like the hat? Looks nice, right? I like that. Let's see, get out closer. Have scripture on the side. That's that. In black. This is the one in gray. Ooh, gray with the. Oh, okay. This is a little tight. It's a little tight. Oh, let me just adjust this right quick. I have a lot of hair too, so that's probably why. And that's that. That's it in red. Um, so y'all like that gray? The Second Timothy on the side over there. So that's it, y'all. So y'all, if y'all like that, just let me know. Tell me what y'all think. So come on, let's get into the video. I really like the black one. The black one is official, man. Look at that. Ooh, dog white, baby. Hey. Nah, like I said, I really like the black one. Black is nice. Anyway, let's get into it, man. When I first moved out here to Texas, whatever, dude, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And just like a lot of people would always like, oh man, this must be a culture shock for you. This must be a culture shock. Yeah, it's culture shock because I come from New York City. I come from the best state ever to come to this state, this environment. It's definitely something that's different. It's definitely something that's just like, what in the world did I just walk into? It's like, what in the world is this? It's definitely different. People always ask me, like, oh, why did you do it? Why did you move? And basically, it was really a childhood dream of mine just to move to Texas. It was a childhood dream of mine just to be in this environment. When I was a kid, I've always loved Texas, and especially what it was back in the older days, because back in the old days, you hear about Texas, you hear about the cowboys, the Indians, you hear about horses, you hear about all of that, and of course, you don't really hear about the city life, because that's what Dallas is. Dallas is more city, whereas like Fort Worth it's more country type of vibe, It's nothing too wild, it's nothing too crazy and stuff. So it's different, it's different. So yeah, and so of course it was just a culture shock, and then of course you don't have that many brown folks. I'll say it like that. I'll be honest, and say it like that. You don't have a lot of brown folks here, so it's definitely different. It's definitely different. Definitely. And of course, for me, I grew up around white folks, so I was so that's just what I was used to, and I loved it because when I first moved here, and I loved it because it was the white folks that really showed me all the love. The white folks that really helped me out a lot, and even some still help me out from time to time and stuff like that, which is really great, which is really nice, and it just shows me that even though there are some racist people around, not everybody's like that. And of course, we always can't categorize someone like that. We always can't say, oh, well, that person's racist, until you really have that conversation with them, And because the fact of the matter is, you hear about Texas and you're like, oh, that's just a racist state, But until you actually go there, until you actually see what they're like, then you can actually make that judgment. But if you've never been there before, if you've never witnessed it, then you can't really make that judgment like that, And just actually being here and then just seeing what Texas really is, I tell you, it is a beautiful state. There's a lot of trees around, There's a lot of trees, a lot of grass. So I might have allergies now. My girlfriend's always like, "You probably got allergies." I'm like, black people don't have allergies. She don't believe me, but it's probably true though. I probably do have allergies now and stuff. But like I said, it's just a whole different type of atmosphere, and I always encourage people because I've spoken to a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it." I'm like, you can do anything you really want to if you put your mind to it. If you say that, if you set out the time to say, you know what, I want something different. And that's the other reason too why I moved, because I just want something different. I was living in New York. I've been in New York City all my life, and I just wanted something that was just different. I wanted a different lifestyle. I wanted a different atmosphere. Because it's almost like driving on the highway. You know, when you drive on the highway, you just see the same stuff over and over and over and over and over and over, and you're just like, yo, if I keep on seeing this brick wall, I'm gonna pass out. So so that's really what it was. It was like, you know what? I want something different. I want to see a different atmosphere. I want to see a different whatever. And and in reality, that's just what it was. It was just something that was different. Oh man, that sun's out. It's time to heat me up now. um so so in reality, it was really a childhood dream of mine, and something that was just different. Ooh, the sun is really blazing right now. It's like, dude, it's like 5 o'clock. The sun is blazing out. Um, and then it's nice to see. You see all the flowers. You see all the colors in the trees when the fall comes. And I'm telling y'all, it is such a beautiful atmosphere. It's great. Like literally, it's great. Um, but of course, you just gotta know, you gotta really network in Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, wherever you are, Houston, Austin, San Antonio. If you're in the countryside or whatever, you really got to know how to network, how to put yourself out there, how to branch yourself out there. Because a lot of New Yorkers, we always stay to ourselves, you know. And I mean, I can say that because I was in New York and I stayed to myself a lot of times. Um, so with being a New Yorker, you got to know how to branch yourself out there. You got to put yourself out there a little bit, you know. And then you definitely have to learn to connect with people, because if you're not connecting with people, then you're just gonna be a little alone, and you're just gonna be depressed, and you're gonna want to move right back to New York City, you know. So a lot of people's been asking me like, "Oh man, how did you do it? How did you do it? You know, how was it and stuff?" And I got to tell you, I got said, you gotta be ready to be broke, homeless, broken homeless. That's what you gotta be, you know. Like in New York, I was broke and had a job, you know. But here, well, broke and had a job and had a place to stay. But here, out here, it's like being broke and homeless. Like those are your only really two options, and it's like because the fact of the matter is, you're really trying to build something for yourself. You know, I mean, unless you grew up around money and stuff like that, you grew up around money, you learn how to save. We didn't really learn how to save. We didn't learn to save until like the end of me being there, end of me being in New York. Actually, yeah, closer to the end, because my mom, she didn't really teach us about money principles. Yeah, we learned it in school, but did we really pay attention to school? Of course not. So whenever I got the job that I had before I moved out here, it was just all about getting money in and doing whatever. I was always traveling. I was always traveling and just doing different stuff. So I never really saved money. And sorry about that noise, because that's the air conditioner right now. So of course, when I started to move out here, it was when I moved out here, I think I only had maybe $3,000 in my bank. And I had the apartment out here. I had an apartment and on the west side of Fort Worth, and I didn't have no job. So I'm always looking. Couldn't find anything. And then from there, that's when I started at a tire company, or at a tire shop, working in their warehouse. Let me tell y'all something. When the heat comes in Texas, y'all, the heat comes like it's crazy. Like my shoes were burning. That's how hot the ground was. My shoes were burning. Like I literally felt like my insoles were like maybe about like that thick, whatever. But I could still feel the heat on my foot. That's how hot it was. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And so when I start, no, Yeah, so when I started with the tire company, I used to work in a warehouse. So I would move tires and stuff like that. Yo, I've never done manual labor like that. I'm like, oh no, Lord Jesus, Lord help me, because this ain't the way. This is not the way, Lord. Oh man. So 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 I started the tire company, and I was stocking. So I was stocking tires and stuff, and literally you just taking these rubber tires and you putting it on the shelf. Your arms, you're always moving your arms, so you always got your arms going up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm like, oh man. And then usually after that, I would just start to sweat, like pour down sweat, and it was crazy. I'm like, Lord Jesus, I can't do this. So I went from them, and then after that, I was with the moving company, another manual labor job. And I'm like, yo, nah, nah, this ain't for me, man. This ain't for me. And then after that, I went to, I went to work with the Cowboy Stadium, and that job was good because now I'm back to doing security now, right? Back to doing security. We're checking the parking lots, make sure everything's safe, make sure everything is cool, make sure everything is good, make sure everything looks good and stuff like that. And I mean, there was people like they would do like tailgate parties, like for college games and for the Cowboys itself. And we would do like these tailgate parties and stuff. And um and like we would like pass by and people were like, hey man, what's going on? How are you? I'm like, good, good, good. Like, oh, you want some chicken? You want some chicken? You want some rice? You want this? You want that? I'm like, nah, 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 we good, we good. And my partner was like, what you mean we good? Yeah, I'll take some chicken. Yeah, I'll take this. I'm like, yo, bro, we do security. And he was like, yo, don't matter. You gotta take it. So I'm like, all right. So then I'm telling y'all, they had some hot dogs there. They had some chicken. They had rice. They had, oh man, I'm telling you, these people know how to tailgate. Like you think it's just like a regular bar? Nah, man. And any station we went to, they would always offer us something. So it was nice though. It was nice. It was nice. It was different. It was different atmosphere, different environment. So that was good. But for me, I've always bounced from job to job to job to job to job to job to job, and I just never felt like completely satisfied. One job that I did like though, I was working in a hotel, and that was really good. That was really good. Working in a hotel, just learning about the history of the hotel because it was a brand new operation. So learning about the hotel was really nice because, like I said, it was different. It was something that was really like wow, you could be part of history. So we were actually the first team to build up the hotel, basically, build up the hotel and just like, yo, to this hotel you want to stay in. But then COVID happened, and they just knocked everything out. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? And even before COVID, I actually went home back in October of 2019. I went back home for a little bit because I'm like, I got discouraged. I was like, man, there ain't no way I'm gonna make it out here. Ain't no way. All my money is gone. I'm kicked out the apartment. And then I stayed with someone that I met in church. I stayed like his father had like a little trailer in the back, and that's where I did most of my stuff. Like, so you can watch some of my videos, some of my old videos is actually from that apartment. Trailer apartment. So I stayed there for a little bit. And then after that was COVID. After that was COVID. And then I worked for FedEx as a package handler person, but you're working in the warehouse. So it's like basically trying to stack up these packages the right way, put them in this way, put them in that way, stack it up, this, that, that. I'm like, yo, another manual labor job. I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I can't do this. Because the fact of the matter is that my back was just bad at that time, and it still is bad. Maybe I just need to lose weight or something like that. So my back was just bad, and I was like, man, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then I worked for another job, and then that's how I was able to get the car. I was really excited about that because I never owned a car. So, And then, yeah, like I said, I was able to get the car. I never owned a car before. This for my first time having a car. It was really exciting and stuff like that. Then I had the girlfriend. Had one girlfriend at that time. Then later on was with somebody else. The years going forward and stuff like that. Um, so it was a little different. Hold on, I gotta check my battery, y'all. All right, my battery's pretty good so far. But yeah, so a lot of that was just happening and stuff. Um, I will say though, even though it has been rough, being in Texas, and like I said, yeah, you gotta be ready to be homeless and broke. All right, y'all. But one good thing I will say though, about moving out to Texas is that number one, I was able to get my own apartment, and then number two, I was able to get my own car. Um, so even though there was a lot of bad stuff that happened, and still bad stuff that's happening, I can definitely say that I'm happy that I've gotten to the point where good stuff was happening for me. That good stuff was happening for me and to me. So praise God for that one. But for now, it's really all about just making it. Just making it. Trying to get that wealth part going on. Try to establish this business that I'm doing right now and stuff. And just really giving it all to God, just letting God just do His work, letting God do what He has to do. And really not really me saying, oh, it's all about me, me, me. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can do it. No, it's saying, Lord, I'm gonna have to trust in You because I don't know how I'm gonna make it. And let me tell y'all something. There's times I didn't know how I was gonna pay my phone bill. There's times I didn't know how I'm gonna get groceries. There's times I didn't know how I was gonna do whatever the case may be. But God, come on, somebody, somebody drop a but God, like for real, because it really was God that I was able just to afford different things. I was able just to do different things. I was able just to live life. But God, it was God who done it all. It was God who did it all, and it's God who's continually to do it all. So I thank God for that. That's one thing that I can definitely say about all this experience has been God. So I will say that those who are scared about making a change, those who are scared about doing something different, those who are scared about just stepping out, step out, step out, and you're going to see how good it is. You're going to see how great it is. You're going to see it. But you got to be able and willing to step out. Yes, it's unknown territory. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's fearful. But you got to do it. You have got to do it. Because if you're afraid just to take that step, if you're afraid uh, just to, just to walk in an unknown area, why live life? Because we can't live life just scared of the unknown. We can't live life just being scared. We got to say, you know what? I'm going to conquer every opportunity I have. I'm going to live in every opportunity that I have. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to shy away. I'm not going to be timid about it. Look at the apostle Peter. Peter walked on the water. He stepped out. He was like, "Yo, God." It was like, "Yo, Jesus, if that's You, tell me to come." And Jesus was like, "All right, bro, come on." And he's like, "Oh, now I gotta step out. Now I gotta do the work. Now I have to actually put myself out there." Yeah, now you do. And guess what? He did it. He walked on water. Of course, he looked at the water. Was like, "Okay, this is uncommon. This is not what you're supposed to be doing." And of course, he got scared, and now he's in deep waters now. Now he's drowning. He reached out to God, and God pulled him right back up. Like, yo, what's going on with you, fool? You should have trusted me, man. But we can't do it scared. We can't. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, do it scared. Do it scared. Move scared. Walk scared. Take the opportunity scared. Do it all. Do it all. That's how you're gonna learn. That's how you're gonna grow. But if you stay in your comfort zone, if you say, "Oh, this is where I'm comfortable at," then you're never going to change. You're never going to be. You're never going to experience life like that. But when you start to step out, when you start to go into the deep end, when you take that step, then you're going to realize, wow, I'm glad I did. And let me tell you, I've had some wonderful experiences here. I've had some great experience. Next time, I'll make a part two, and we're going to go into a little bit more stuff. Okay, listen, it's Perkins Talks. Y'all know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. I lost a subscriber. I don't know how I lost a subscriber. I thought I was doing some good stuff. Maybe people don't like what I talk about. Maybe people just don't like me no more. But follow me. You know, I'm trying to get to 100. I've been doing this YouTube for 7 years. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers at least by the end of this year. Come on, somebody, or at least by June. 100 subscribers by June. Come on, subscribe to the channel. I don't know. I don't know how I lost a subscriber. Is it really that bad? Y'all message me and let me know if my content is really bad or what I need to do. Because I need y'all to engage with me. Please. Thank you. Take care, y'all. It's Perkins Talks. You already know what we do. All things Perkins. Let's go. Let's go out and get it, y'all. Be great. Do great. Let's go. If y'all want a hat like this, go to the website and pick it up. This one or this one. Snapbacks. Oof. Come on, baby. Take care, y'all.